Hey guys, Mark here, and I'm on the road again making a video because that's safe. Actually, out here where I'm at, there is absolutely no traffic, and I apologize for not looking at the camera the whole time, but I am driving. There's really no traffic out here, so it's just so boring. But today I wanted to discuss the 3 reasons mainly why people fail online. So if you're thinking about getting started in an online business, this might be something that you're interested in listening to. I'm going to save the best for last. But the first issue, I'm going to go from 3 to 1. Okay? 3. 3 is not having the resources, whether that be money or time, to invest into your business. Okay? Now, we all want things easy and we want them free and all that. That is an unrealistic expectation. Now, I'm not saying things aren't simple, because they are. And the more you do them, the easier they become. So easy is kind of one of those terms that is a matter of perspective. To me, it's very easy, but I've been doing this for a long time. So I know how to generate traffic. I know how to set up capture pages and create a sales funnel. I know how to write decent headline. I wouldn't say that my headlines are great, but they're good enough for me. I get good conversion rates. So I mean, that's one of the things. Which brings me to number 2. The number 2 reason why people aren't successful online. Okay, that reason is lack of skills, lack of training. Okay, and you do have to get the training. Now, I've spent thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands of dollars, maybe $10,000, getting training to do this online stuff, to different courses within programs, whatever it may be. I'm not including that in paid marketing, because paid marketing is different. That's advertising, okay? So that would be more along the lines of number 3. But the training itself, you come onto into a program and you've been promised all this training, all this support, only to receive nothing, or it's insufficient. So it always seems like there's somebody, there's some marketer out there that's pushing, how they're going to train you and all the support that you're going to get, and you sign up and you don't hear another peep out of them. And I'm not talking about somebody that has to hold your hand all the way through. That's not what I mean. I mean just some basic support. They may give you some basic tips on how to do some things, but then they don't really explain how to do those things. They don't really give you a nuts and bolts training on exactly how to implement certain strategies and whatnot. And so that is the number 2 area. The number 1, and probably the most important reason that you won't succeed, that people do not succeed online, because you will succeed if you listen to me. But the reason why most people don't succeed online is a lack of consistency and a lack of persistence. Guys, you have to post content. You have to create content, or you have to spend a rather large amount of money to generate traffic. Now, either of those 2 methods will work, but you have to do this all on a very consistent basis. You have to be persistent at what you're doing here. You have to have dreams and goals that to you are worthwhile. And when you do that, and when you apply that consistent effort, when you become persistent and you do things every day, not the same, but the same level of persistency. I mean, it's just kind of important how that all works, and it all comes together. And what happens a lot of times is people will be persistent, and they will be consistent for, let's just say, 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks. And they see very little movement. They see very little, they just don't see a lot of things happening. And so they get very discouraged, which is easy to do. And then they give up, they quit. What you have to understand is everything that you put out every day, if you decide you're going to make 3 videos every day and you're going to post them on 3 or 4 different sites, same videos, 3 or 4 different sites, say TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and maybe Instagram. So that's 4. So you're putting out 12 pieces of content every day. Okay? And then the next day you'll end up having 24 pieces. And then the next day you'll have 36. Okay? In the very beginning, there's still very few people that see that content. And even if there are a lot of people seeing it, maybe they're not as targeted as they need to be. Typically, the algorithms will take care of putting your videos in front of people that have a general interest in what you're doing, but it's going to be very broad. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to do your own research to kind of figure out which groups you're targeting, and then create the content for that audience. Okay? But it's not going to happen overnight. It's just not. Typically, you're not going to get any responses for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month. Okay, but then, bam, you made a sale. So that kind of gives you a little bit more, motivation to keep on going. Within 2 weeks, you make, another sale. And then over the next 2 weeks, you make 3 or 4. And of course, we're talking 2 months into this now. Okay, 3 months into this, you're making a few sales every week. Okay, and then maybe after 6 months, maybe a year, now you're making consistent sales on a daily basis. Now your teams are growing. Now your bank account's growing. And what it took you to provide or create that content and continue to put it out there. And over time, because you are creating so much content, and more importantly, or equally as important, is people are seeing you still there. They're seeing you be persistent. They may not realize that's what it is, but their perspective is, well, this person's been doing this for a long time. They've been putting stuff out there for a long time. Maybe a long time to them is 3 months. Maybe a long time to them is 6 months. Okay? The other equation there is that whenever you do things right, whenever you set things up correctly with your sales funnel, you're also building an email list at the same time. And you have to remember, these are people that have opted into a form to get more information. So they are interested in what you have to sell. There may be some reasons why at that time they didn't sign up. But hey, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, they decided to go ahead and give it a stab, give it a try. I'll take a stab at it, and you've put so much content out there, and hopefully you've given them valuable content. And I would say a piece like this, for a lot of people, is valuable. So this is the type of content you want to be creating. And you're and a lot of people are going to sit there, but I'm just not very comfortable on video, or, I don't know what to say, or whatever it may be. Guys, today, with artificial intelligence, there's no reason why you cannot come up with topics and even have the AI generate a script for you to use. Okay? I have a hard time with excuses, and I have a hard time with people saying they can't do something. Henry Ford said it best. If you believe you can do a thing, or you believe you cannot do a thing, you are right on both occasions. I don't know if that's a direct quote, but that's the gist of it. And it's true. If you believe you can do something, you will do it. If you think, oh gosh, there's no way I can do that, then you are exactly right. There's no way you can do that. Mindset is imperative. It's very important to have the proper mindset, and you've got to have that. You can break through. You can do anything. And one thing that I heard someone say the other day, another marketer, somebody who's very good at driving traffic, is she said, if I can do it, you can do it too. And I absolutely agree with that. If you want this, you're going to get it. Okay, you're going to find a way. But just remember those three things. Lack of resources, whether that be money or time, that you're going to invest in your business, the proper training, and then the consistency and being persistent. Those are the three things that will keep you from reaching your goals. And unfortunately, the number one thing, I can't do anything about that other than kind of motivate you and push and just let you know that it's okay, that it's okay to feel discouraged. I get it. I've done this for a long time, and using the methods, the simple organic methods that I'm using right now for the last week, I've gotten a lot of responses, but not a lot of sales, and I'm doing this on purpose. I mean, if I want to start making sales, guys, I'm going to start making sales because I know all these other methods for doing so. But the reason why I'm not doing this right now is because I want to make a point. I'm trying to prove a point to people that are interested in doing this kind of stuff. You cannot get down. You have to continue to make your you have to continue to push your or be consistent with your posting. I almost didn't know what to say there, but and obviously, I've done this for so long. Obviously, video isn't a difficult thing for me. I don't care what people think. It's not hard for me, and I do it on the fly. Okay, so I might research a topic a little bit, but that's about it. And then I go make a video. That did not happen overnight. That took some time. I remember the very first time I made a video, I think, excuse me, I think I dressed up in a suit and got everything just so. It was one of the worst videos I've ever made in my life. And I think I went ahead and put it out there. But what you have to understand is it was the first step. It was actually taking action and doing something. So guys, figure out what you want to do. This week I'll be coming out with a 7-day training course that you can join. And probably the following week or the week after that, I'm going to start doing live training. So, and with that, I will make a sales funnel for that. I call it a sales funnel. I'm not really selling anything. I'm giving away free information. But I will make a funnel, and I will make a capture page, and I will start driving a lot of traffic to that one. Because I think it's really important that everybody get good free training, understand how things are working. I will probably tie that together with 2 low-cost businesses that I'm promoting now. And we'll start building the team, guys. And y'all can get involved. I will help you build your team. We're gonna make an impact. Okay, for those of you that want to do it, we're going to make a big impact. And so pretty soon here, I'm going to be doing some beta testing. But overall, I've done this multiple times, so I'm probably just going to put some things out there, and then we're just going to get going. So for those of you that are ready to get going, and I hope you're excited, because I am too. So make sure you like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll keep on putting out more tips. I'll probably go into detail on these top 3 things that people do or do not do, and find themselves failing online. And then we'll go to some other topics. And guys, once I get all the free training stuff settled, figured out, and up online, I will be putting that out there too, and I'll make sure that everybody knows where you can find those links. With that said, guys, have a great day. I'll see you at the top.